You're back again. My heart is true. I was just watching Golden Girls. Let's talk about this karma Hey. Hey. I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Good. I'm glad you're good. Can you guys hear me good? Aw, thanks, honey. You're very welcome. Nah, you're not going to do that right now, Lucy. Ah. I do? Thanks. I love all those comments when I don't even wear makeup and I can just be all natural and gorge. You're cute. Thank you. Now, we're not doing that. No. Where is... Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. What do you want? What do you want? All right. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. All right. What do you want to address? Because I don't really want to deal with karma. But I'm good. I'm good. Look at it. I'm good. So what do you got for me? Oh, the karma, for real. For real. The last video I did, okay, and then like that spread where I like lost my shit. I'm telling you. For real. For realsies. But I have to adjust. I have to adjust like everybody else. You know what I mean, jelly beans? I love you. I love you. How do you let go so you don't have to repeat the cycle? Well, it really depends on what it is you need to let go of. So that's a hard one, okay? Because we're constantly repeating cycles, okay? So that's kind of like, like let go of what? Like, is my twin a Scorpio? No. Yeah, black magic is definitely a thing, okay? But you can prevent that from happening. Just ask spirit to protect you. You know what I mean? Like, do a protection spell on yourself. You know what I mean? So nobody can mess with your energy, and make sure that whatever it is they're reflecting on you gets reflected on the same person that's reflecting it on you. Don't just like reflect it off of you so it goes to somewhere else. Make sure it's going back to the same boyfriend if you think there's black magic involved. That shit's no joke, guys. Okay? It's just not. So yay. I'm glad you discovered. I'm glad you discovered. Oh, did you just go soccer on my ass? Did you just do that? As long as you guys are protecting yourself and protecting your home and saging, like, you really don't have to worry. Don't let somebody else's energy get the best of you. You know what I mean? Like, hi, just make sure, you know, you're asking your spirits to protect you. Okay? Like, and you should be good. Yeah, you can't really prove there's parties unless it comes back around. But I'm telling you, your gut will tell you if there's a third party. Your gut will tell you if something's off. Like, you have to listen to your intuition sometimes. You can't just like, that's just it. So many people look for proof that holds them back. You know what I mean? So it's like, the proof is your gut. Like, your intuition is, it's speaking to you. If you think someone's cheating, there's a chance that someone's cheating. If you're paranoid, it's a different scenario. But if you've been in cycles before where someone's been cheating and you've been cheated on over and over and over, well, then you're going to be cheated on again, because that's your cycle to get yourself out of it. So your gut's literally telling you you will put in that situation again, but you don't leave these scenarios because you don't have proof, because you're doubting yourself. You know what I mean? Like, don't doubt yourself when it comes to that shit. I'm telling you, like, I lost you guys. Sorry. Hold on. Thank you for being friend. Travel down the road and back again. I love the little Golden Girls intro. Lucy, you can go find something to do, because mom's not going to listen to you right now do all that nonsense. Nope, 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 nope. It's hard when you have kids together. But I'm telling you, your gut tells you every time. Think, go lay down. Go, lay down. Think about every time in the past that you've had a relationship that's failed, okay? Hold on, I'm looking for something. Think about every time you've had a relationship, okay? Why are you following me? Think about every time you've had a relationship that's failed in the past, okay? And it's been a cheating scenario, and your gut told you. Every time, whether you have kids or not, your gut told you. And then later on, it came to fruition, and you realized what was happening, and you're like, frig, man, I knew it, blah, 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 blah. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Like, as long as you're not like a paranoid person. But that would be a lesson. That would be karma. So it's going to keep coming around at you like that for you to get yourself out of that cycle. I'm walking away, but my path keeps crossing his with him. Okay, well, that's because you guys didn't shut the door to something. So it's going to keep coming around, coming around. The door hasn't been shut. Yeah, but you're in a third party. There's another person you feel like you're meant to be. So you feel like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting for him to make a decision. That's the problem. Stop waiting for him to make the decision. You make the decision. You know you're better than that. You know you're a good person. Why are you waiting for somebody else to make a decision when they know they can have their cake and eat it too? Why would you put yourself in that scenario? If this person knows that you're waiting on them, they're going to putz around and do their thing until they get bored and they come back around. Feelings or no feelings. Okay, like, don't ever put yourself in a scenario where you're waiting on someone to make a decision, ladies and gents, because you're effing with your own karma. You're not waiting, but no one else is coming. But here's the deal. It's like, because you said I'm in a third party where he's with another one, but not happy. I feel like we were meant to be, but I feel like I've been waiting forever for him to make the decision. Okay, well, you are waiting then. So he's probably in a karmic. And if nobody else is coming, it's because you're waiting. Or you haven't fully let go. There's no way you let go, because here you're telling me you're not waiting, but above you said you were in a third party and you were waiting. It just disappeared. All right, so, but are you waiting or not waiting? Like, I don't, off on, off on. Well, that's the problem. You're not meeting anybody new because you're off on, off on. You can't be sleeping with somebody if you know they're with somebody else. You're holding yourself up. You haven't slept with them. So just move on. He'll come back around when it's time for him to come back around. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta go. You're not even in a relationship. Then somebody else will come in. You're holding on, but you have to be holding on to something. You're holding on to a piece of him. He has a piece of your heart. There's something you're holding on to. Hey. If it's meant to be, it will be one day. And that's exactly the truth of the matter. And I know it sucks to hear it that way. And it's like, oh, why? Why do I got to wait, or this, and this? But I'm telling you, you don't want somebody coming in when it's not time anyway. As hard as it is, that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? Like, waiting, you're literally, you're holding up your own karma. You know what I mean? Like, you got to let that shit go. You know what I mean? Like, because if you don't, you're literally screwing yourself over. And hey, and I know it sucks because you're holding on to something you love, and that's why it's so hard to let go, but you have to release. If you don't release, it's going to be ripped from you, and it's going to make it worse. Like, I'd rather heal my own issues. Like, I know I have childhood issues that I'm now aware of that I have to heal. And it's like, where the frig did those just come from? Like, I didn't see that coming. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's little things like that. Like, people, you guys just think because you guys found a twin that this is between you and your twin. Nah, it's so much deeper than that. It stems from childhood issues that always got dismissed or never came to the forefront. You know what I mean? So it's like, I didn't realize I had certain issues with certain things. And then I was like, then I look back and then I was like, oh shit, I've been saying that my whole life. Like, it really has been an issue. And I just pretended like it wasn't. Like, hello, court. Well, now that caught up to me real quick. Now, didn't it? So now I got to go heal some shit that I didn't think I had to heal. But that I've actually been healing and didn't realize it, but still not done healing. Okay? Like, that's the reality of it. And I think a lot of people just think it has to do with your twin. It's so much more than that, especially when your twin comes in on your life purpose, and you really got to dig deep to healing old wounds. If you don't heal old wounds, stuff around you will come crashing down. Like, you have to release. Like, you have to find a way. Like, write it on a piece of paper, burn it over a candle, write it on a piece of paper, send it in the mail to the ethers. Like, I don't know what it is you want to do with it, but you have to find a way to let go. And it literally is the toughest thing, because you physically and emotionally have to let go. But here's the deal. It's not serving you right now. It's not serving you right now anyway, right? So is there a lot of love there? What are you doing? Is there a lot of love there? Yeah. All right. There's a lot of love. But is it being reciprocated? You know what I mean? So in all reality, like, should you really be holding on to that? It's not worth it. I know it's hard. Sarah, that makes it even worse. You have to find a new job, or he has to find a new job. And if you're not going to say it to him, then you need to find a new job. Okay? Because that means you guys aren't supposed to be there anyway. You know what I mean? Aw, I'm glad I make you smile. I love that, though. Like, somebody would text me randomly, too, and I'd be like, oh, you just made me smile today. So what are your thoughts on free will versus universal determination of whatever it is it meant to be? Eric, really? We couldn't have had that conversation. That's a conversation we need to have ourselves. That's definitely a conversation we have to have ourselves, Eric. Because I have very strong feelings when it comes to that. And hi. We have an appointment soon anyway, right? I'm talking like real soon. So How does everybody... Eric, yeah, I got you on the 17th. Can we just wait until then? My moon is Cappy. All right, good. Let's talk about it then. Because that's a tough one. Because I'm still battling that myself right now. Because you're pretty much where I'm at. So we're probably both battling the same thing and the same thought. I can almost guarantee it. Shocking, right, Eric? Shocking. So what do you think that means? I pulled the Fool and then the Sun right next to me. What do you think that means? So the Fool and Lorenzo. So the Fool and the Sun was together. So it talks about having a new start. And if you're going to take that new start, it's a good thing because it's going to show a lot of growth. It's going to show a lot of possibility. So that's a good thing. You know, that's saying, hey, you're going to take a new journey. And in the long run, it's only going to end up being the best journey you ever took of your entire life. I have Cappy Moon. Yeah, I'm Cappy Moon. Thank you for answering. I'm so excited. Well, get excited, girl. Get excited. Oh, boy. Lorenzo. 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 Nice. Why did it just hide yours, though? Reborn, Cappies. Here's the thing, too, guys. We're going right into Scorp energy, all right? We're still Cancer, but Scorp energy with Jupiter. It's all about death and rebirth, the rise of the phoenix. Okay, like get yourself out of this, find out what it is. Ah, there's my Fusco. Get yourself out of this. Whatever you're sitting in, like picture to yourself, we all have twins, okay? If your twin's not talking to you, you're talking harshly. Most of you guys are not talking to your twin. So if you're not talking, but we're still holding on, there's still love and there's still hope, there's all that. But if we don't release what's not serving us, different aspects of our life are going to crumble, whether it's work, pleasure, family, it doesn't really matter. Like, it will find a way to crumble things down all around us. Okay, so we have to find a way to release what is not serving us. So, like, say for instance, you're not talking to your twin and you still get sad and you think about them all the time, like that's an issue. You have to release. That's what you have to release. Like, it's toxic. It's going to be ripped away from you. It is going to come to the point where if it gets really bad, what if they go and marry a karmic or do something stupid and you don't have them for years and years and years? Like, because that's their lesson. That's the way it's supposed to be. The quicker you get to self-worth and in realism instead of illusionary things out of hope and love, and you know what I mean? Like, you got to be very realistic about your scenario. So it's like, please let go of what does not serve you. Hey. You know, and I know it sucks, guys. I have a twin. Like, I know. It sucks. And I'm willing to take new opportunities and go out there and put myself out there. And, you know, it wasn't easy, you know, but you get to the point where you realize sometimes you still have to live your life. You can't shut down one thing and have every other aspect go great, but you're waiting on your twin so you get the perfect picture. Nah, it doesn't work that way. They'll never let you have it if you look at things like that. You know what I mean? Like, I already know with me, I already know it's going to come down to two people. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know if that's a blessing or a curse. You know what I mean? It's like pick and choose. Like, but you have to choose what's best for you. You know what I mean? Like, the universe will bring you somebody that you are very attracted to that has the qualities you're looking for. You know what I mean? And it's up to you whether or not you're going to go on your own and be happy and new. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just wait around, guys. It's not healthy. It's not beneficial. You don't get to where you need to be. Do I have a moderator? Whoever's monitoring, I put this Ives chick, IVES, on a timeout. I don't know what that was all about, but I did that. If it's meant to be, it will be, and that's the reality of it. Like, that's literally the reality of it. That is the truest to the truest thing. What's meant to be will be. It's because you chose it. All right. So just because you thought something was meant to be, you'd be surprised and end up being something else. Georgia. I've never even heard of this. Alpharetta. Hello? Hello? Can I ask who's calling? Yeah, I know, but from where, honey? I am. Okay. Can you take me off the list, please? Thank you. Thank you for taking me off the freaking damn list. Hold up, hold up. All right, hold on, guys. Hold on. Sorry. I got people calling. I got people knocking on my door. I'm looking for so-and-so, and as he's telling me he's looking for so-and-so, he's like, I love your nails. Wow, you got nice glasses. Who are you looking for, buddy? You just got super sidetracked. Everything will come when it's supposed to come, okay? Should I stay? Should I go? Like, isn't like, if you're questioning, should I stay or should I go? Just go. Honestly, like, that would be my opinion. I've said that to myself. Should I stay or should I go? Well, if you're asking yourself, should I go? Go. You shouldn't be there. My opinion. I've done that. I've said that. So that's why I've left. Okay? Because if you're questioning, should I stay or should I go? Then go. Because if you wanted to stay, you wouldn't even question it. Absolutely. Earth angels, light workers. Yes, ascendant masters. Like, yeah, I have a twin. So yes, there you go. You know what I mean? So that answers that. The name of the video, question mark. I think it just says karma. How can you clean your chakras? You can go to people who clean your chakras, or you can ask Archangel, I believe it's Metatron, to clean your chakras geometrically through like symbolic things, like as you sleep. Thanks. You're very welcome. What is karma about? Karma is lessons. It's literally your life lessons, like what you signed up for. It's such a long story, but like, you go through life learning and growing and transitioning, but along the way, you're learning lessons, okay? And lessons are your karma, okay? It's something you agreed to come here with. It's yours. You chose it because you didn't figure it out a different way, a different time around. God, that question is so damn hard because everyone gets karma. Absolutely. There's good karma and there's bad karma. Your whole life is karma. Karmic lessons, okay? Like growing, taking the next step. You don't just stay in one journey. It's constantly going and going and going. Like karma is how you grow and develop certain things, and it's a lot of things. Like, yeah, see, karma is part of your evolution and spiritual being. So it's like karma is that's a whole conversation to have on karma, okay? What's your take on past karma and illnesses? Well, yeah, it can come back and forth. Here's the thing that's going around too that people don't understand, okay? I have people tell me that the reason why I deal with chronic pain is due to past karma, possibly. But you're in this world now, you're in this life now, so chances are this not something you're seeing. You're not learning some karmic lesson, and the universe is saying, I need you to pick up on this, or we need you to rest. Because if you go, they're going to shut you down, and that's their way of shutting you down. Okay? It was your karma. Why some people what? Just not get it so quickly? Some people are just naive to karma. They know better, and it is what it is. Okay? The good karma you do comes back to you. Yeah. What you give out to the universe, you always get back. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yes, they do. Absolutely. Narcissistic, manipulating people, they always get karma handed to them. You think that, but it will catch up. And when it catches up, it's going to break them. It is going to break them. Don't think for 1 second they ain't going to get what they freaking deserve. I was wondering why you named the video Karma. Well, because we're talking about karma. Courtney, when did you realize you were intuitive? My whole life. I just never worked with it. Okay, I always set it aside. I always had that intuition where something was wrong, all the time, and I never listened to it ever. And then when I started becoming spiritual and doing certain stuff, it was kind of like once I realized like what it was and what I had been letting go of and not picking up on this whole entire time, it blew my mind. So I take back my twin who hit me up. I left. No second chance. I forgave and move on. But will my pregnancy be fine, please? Thank you. Well, I don't know, okay, but I will tell you, you have to make your own decision on whether or not you want to take your twin back. All right, if you no second chances, then no second chances. Like, will your pregnancy be fine? If you have a positive mind on how your pregnancy is going to work out and you're positive about it, then your pregnancy is going to be fine. Don't worry about something that hasn't happened yet. And you can't ask somebody. Here's the deal. People always ask me that. Should I take my twin back? I don't make your decisions. I do not give answers like that. I give guidance. Okay. So if you want to work it out with your twin, because you got a lot of love and you guys want to work it out, that's a different scenario. Don't let people, that's one of your lessons already. Okay. Don't let people make your decision for you. Please. Hope I didn't sound too harsh there. I just want you to be more positive. Like make sure nobody is making your decisions for you or has input on something like that, because that's crucial. That's your part of your life. That's your decision. That's nobody else's decision. At the end of the night, you're sleeping with that person, not everybody else who's telling you yay or nay. Okay. And as far as the pregnancy, please don't worry about your pregnancy unless you have reason to worry about your pregnancy. But even if you have reason to worry about your pregnancy, you should definitely be being positive about it and things will work out. Okay. you do anything when you feed, you are ready for a relationship, but the right person just isn't coming in. Well, the right person isn't coming in because you're not learning the right karmic lesson. The right person doesn't come in until you clear up the old karma. So for those who keep repeating the cycle and the right person isn't coming in, you're not cleaning up karma. You're not figuring out what your karma is. So say, for instance, we talked about the story earlier where it came to her intuition, and I think there's a third party, I think there's cheating, but I'm not positive. Okay, like that, like using your intuition, but she wasn't sure how to use, she wasn't sure. Like she was justifying versus I don't have proof and blah, 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 blah. It's kind of like the same thing, okay? Because it's kind of like the same thing with your, it's taking me somewhere else. How do you release? Okay, I'm going to pass that because it took me somewhere else. Okay, there's a reason why it took me somewhere else. Heavy energy, guys, you just got to work with it. You can't avoid it. Don't try to avoid heavy energy. Don't try to push it aside. The heavy energy is here for you to work with it. Okay, it wants you to see something too. Okay, so don't let it get you down. Don't let it get the better of you. You know what I mean? Like you got to work with all energy that comes your way. You have to. Karma doesn't exist. What? Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. You're welcome. Yeah, if you meditate in prayer, it's not that you figure it out, but you'll feel better. All right, it will release some of the heavy energy, okay? And just protect your energy too, guys, okay? It really does work like that. It really does. If they're not working for you, don't worry about the stones not working, okay? Like, it blocks negative energy. It does this, this, and this. The energy that's coming in is meant for you to work with. Like, I got all new energies coming my way, and I have to learn to work with them, okay? I'm not saying you have to go dark. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, don't let it get the best of you, but you have to vibrate with them. You have to work to still vibrate at your own, how you vibrate, if that makes sense. Like you still have to resonate with your own energy and work with that energy. Like you can't dismiss other energies. Like other energies you need to grow and move on to. Like I hope that makes sense to you. That might be a little off for you to understand because I lost myself. There's certain stuff where I start talking about and it's literally like I feel like I'm getting stopped. You know what I mean? And it's not out of fear. It might not be right to give certain information that I'm giving. If that makes sense. Always let go of emotional abuse. That's like one of the worst abuses, I swear. Like bruises heal, but being emotionally battled and wounded is just, it's tough. Yeah, stones help, negative energy, it helps all that, allowing you to focus more. Yeah, absolutely. You know, it does, but it also sometimes blocks certain energy. Okay, so it's like you want to be careful what you're blocking too. It works both ways. Okay. Acts of kindness raises vibrations. Absolutely. It's not me holding back, though. That's not what I was going with that. It's definitely not me holding back. It's certain stuff I have to be careful what I say with certain people. Some people are going to take it. When some certain messages aren't meant to get out at certain times, because people aren't going to really understand what it is I'm saying. They're not going to grasp it, so there's no point in talking about it. They're going to get focused on something else they shouldn't be focused on, and it's going to take away from the bigger message. That's what it is. Try to always stay balanced with energy like this. Walk around barefoot. I know it sounds corny, but like I'm telling you, go outside, be barefoot, walk around, dig your little hands in the soil, wiggle your little feet in the water. You know what I mean? Like go to the park and go swing. You know what I mean? Like do stuff you used to do when you were a kid that you used to find amusing or funny, or just those moments where you were younger and it took you back memories the way you had so much fun. Like go relive those memories. All right, go get the inner youth. It will awaken a lot of old things that have been stagnant and can help you start really getting to what it is you need to heal and heal your wounds, you know? I'm glad you made it there. Hi. Hi. Yeah. It is really going back and doing stuff like you did as a childhood. Yeah, it's nostalgia, it's memories, it makes you feel good, it makes you feel young again, but it does bring up old issues that probably need to be healed and healed. All right, wounds that had never been properly healed. Okay, and in order to really dig deep and get past some of these major things that have been holding you back, really does stem from childhood, guys. You'd be so surprised on. I guarantee when things start crumbling, your relationship with your parents will go to shit. Like certain things, like you're getting a fight with your mother, or say for instance you take care of your parents and now it's just becoming overwhelming and now you have no life because this whole time you've been codependent or they've been codependent on you. Well, that's not fair to you, so it makes it harder for you to leave. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's so much stuff that's being brought up now that has to do with childhood, and people don't get that. They're all like, oh, I have a twin. It's not just all about a twin, guys. It's you. This has nothing to do with your twin. When you meet your twin, your karma is broken. At that point, you deal with your own karma, they deal with their karma. Now you're on your life path. And once you guys slowly start figuring it out and coming back together, you guys will realize why everything happened the way it happened, as much as it sucks. One day you're going to understand why, and you're going to have an epiphany, and you're going to be like, I get it. Because if we would have did this, this, and this, it would have took years longer for this, this, and this. You know what I mean? Like everything's done the way it's supposed to be done. You know what I mean? And you definitely have to be your own person, okay? Yeah, sometimes you have to, because it was probably toxic and you're not getting to your dreams with that person because somehow that person is holding you back. It just happens. Why did the energy change so drastically? When? A lot of people are together in 5D. A lot of people are in other dimensions besides 3D. It's just the way it is, you know, because in all reality, we weren't supposed to come together in 3D. All right, we weren't supposed to. but it had to, there's reasons why it had to happen, okay? Because the vibration was shitty, okay? So every sign is struggling. Yeah, there's not one sign not struggling over the other. All right, it's all about, yeah, retro planets, the 4D, 5D, different frequencies. That's all it is. But good, Rose. Cappies have been good. You can say that about every zodiac, though. Like you can literally say that about every zodiac. Okay, like if things are just that bad for you, that's a huge wake up call that you have to release something. That's the reality of it. If things are that bad, you're not releasing something you need to release. Guys, I can have a pity party with every single zodiac. Please don't do that. For real. Exactly. Are you telling me that everybody goes through imaginable pain? It's important to be gentle and kind? Because I hope you're not telling me that. Because I'm very gentle and very kind. Oh, all right. Can babies be affected by energy? Yeah, especially if it's a baby. They're feeding off your energy. So yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A lot of people don't even realize it too. I got a colicky baby, this, and this. Nah, your child's fine. All right. It's the vibration you're sending off to your child, which confuses a child. So yeah, absolutely. Babies, children, they vibe off you. So for sure. You should always be can it be passed through generations? Yeah, that's why you want to clear karmic. That's why you want to get to the bottom of things so your children don't have to go through all those generational F-ups. If you think about it, people are always like, oh, is that the way it is? But think about it, like, are your parents divorced? Are their parents divorced? Were their parents' parents divorced? If you think about it, there's always the family line, it's just, you see the same thing over and over and over, and it just gets repeated and repeated and repeated. Like an alcoholic is an alcoholic is an alcoholic. Like only you can break that pattern so your kids don't have to do that. So your kids don't have to do it. Like that was one of the whole reasons why it was so important to me to get to the bottom of so many things. So my kids don't have to repeat my karma, because your kids will repeat your karma if you don't take care of it yourselves. But a lot of people aren't aware of that. You know, it's just addressing, breaking cycles, really getting to the bottom of it. And if somebody comes in and all of a sudden, like say even a twin comes back or a comet comes back, and this person was somebody who was manipulative, let's just say, or verbally abusive, and says, you know, this will never happen again. Well, 3 weeks later, you guys get in an argument and it happens. And this person's like, oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. And you're like, all right, well, don't let it happen again. And then it happens and you slowly slip back into the same routine. But you know what you're supposed to do? The first time it happens, get the F out. I told you I was done. I'm not, that's it. You shut it down. The instant it happens, that's it. Because you're so afraid of speaking your own mind and your truth, and you're holding yourself back. So you're repeating the cycle over and over, when all you have to do is say, you know what, I'm done. I'm not doing this with you no more. I told you I wasn't playing. I'm done. You don't take that apology, because this has already happened umpteen times. You understand what I'm saying? So if you tell that person that way, I guarantee in 2 weeks, that person's going to hit you up and be like, I'm really sorry, but here's the deal. They're going to be like, wow, she's not playing no more. Like, you're going to make him change his or her perspective, which makes them look at different things in a different manner. So then when they're ready to handle the truth and the reality of it, they'll be back knocking on your door. But the last thing you want to worry about whether or not this person's coming back or not, the first thing you need to do is shut the shit down. I hope you guys understand that. That's what karma is. That's what the bait is. That's what a lesson is being able to recognize your self-worth right off the bat. The minute you put yourself in the same scenario and you allow it again, you're done. You're done. That's the reality of it. And I know it sucks. Oh, good. So you guys agree. Why did it take us so damn long to figure that out, though, right? But that so many people don't realize that, and they put themselves in that scenario again because you get right back into the routine. So that's what the temptation is. That's what the bait is. And you put yourself in that shit all over again. And it's like, man, what were you doing? You know what I mean? Like, and you did it to yourself. And that's the reality of it. That's why I battle whether or not me and my twin will ever work out, ever. Because in all reality, like, and it's not that I'm being negative, but I'm very independent. He's very independent. He likes to dominate. I like to dominate. But it's like, we could compromise, but he's also manipulative and plays mind games and thinks he's got control over me. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, have you met me yet? Like, this is why me and my twin are together. Like, it will always be a battle, but I refuse to battle. I'm done battling. I've tried different approaches in different ways. Can we just be friends? Or maybe we can do this, or maybe we can do that. He wants nothing to do with it. So I have no choice but to then let you go, because I can't sit here and coddle you. I can't sit here and keep trying. Like, why? Why? Because I'm my own person now. I have my own self-empowerment. The last thing I want is for somebody to take that away from me. And the reason why he is the way he was, because I've always dealt with manipulative people like that my whole life and never shut it down. So of course I'm going to meet another one, just as if you were in your scenario repeating the same cycle. And this is now your lesson to learn. And now you're on your whole path and you learn self-discovery and self-love and what all this stuff is worth. So how can you go back to something like that? That's why it's so shocking that I have so many people that still battle this over and over, because you're doing all the changing, but they're not. So if they don't change and you know they're not changing, why are we still here? Like, you need to release. It's another way for them to release and heal. Like, if you want them to come back to you, if they know you're just waiting, then why are they going to be in any rush to come back? And I know it sucks, guys. It sucks. How do you think I feel? Like, I just want to be friends with my freaking twin. Like, can we at least be friends and figure something out? He can't even give me that. You want to know why? Because he'd be winning. I don't want that energy around me. Because what he hasn't figured out yet is that me and him are equals. He met his match, but he can't handle that. That's his lesson, not mine. So that was just a little example. Because it's the reality of it, guys. You can't change what doesn't want to be changed. Like, that's it. You know what I mean? Like, and it's frustrating. And there's nothing you can do about it. You know, and it's, all you can do is have your self-worth and walk away. Like, there's no point in keep holding on to all that stuff. Like, will I have hope that he ever comes back around and things change? Yeah. But I don't hold on to it that way. Like, I also am ready for new opportunities. I will also take opportunities that come my way. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's going to hold me back anymore. You get to a point where you start realizing stuff and you become a better person and you see your self-worth and you stop questioning little stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I still have my things. Like, I still have tower moments. Like, I got a lot of love for my twin. Like, trust me. But I also know that I know a lot of things now, so it's like, it's tough, like it's the reality of it. Like it's hard, you know what I mean? It's just as hard for me as it was for you guys. It took me a long, long time to realize that, you know what I mean? Like it would take you guys some time to realize certain stuff too. And then when you do, you feel a lot better. You know what I mean? Like all you can do is wish them the best and wish the best for you. Like go on your journey, find what makes you happy, what you believe in, just be positive. Just I'm telling you, it gets easier day by day by day. I'm not saying like I don't have hope for my twin, but I'm just saying I'm definitely not sitting around and hoping he's going to come back, because that's unrealistic. Okay, because then I'm not learning, and I want to learn. Learning from my mistakes. You know what I mean? I don't want to make those mistakes again. I don't want to meet somebody who's manipulative. I don't want to meet somebody who thinks they have control over certain situations. Like, that's not equal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever want to meet anybody like that. So I won't put myself in that scenario. I won't. You know what I mean? Like, but now I also know that people who comes to me, I'm pretty good at like, what that would be or what that would be. But I'll know when that other person comes around, because you bet your ass if you start having self-worth, the minute this one particular person comes around, you're going to know exactly who this person is, because you're going to be like I was saying the other day, it might even feel weird to you because you're not used to being treated that way, or you're so conditioned about being treated one way because that's the way you've been treated this whole entire time until you come into your self-worth and your self-empowerment, that you're going to be like, what? Like, who are you? Like, what are you, the king of where? Can we just move to that freaking island? Like, for real, you're going to find somebody who's literally going to treat you like a queen, and you're going to be spoiled rotten. And this person won't even like second guess. Like, it won't even be like trying for anybody. It would just be that way because you deserve it. Absolutely, Jada. It's just a matter of growth in between. Hey. I do personal readings. Bahamas? Question mark. Second home to you. Nice. And you can't change their beliefs. You can only try to make them see so much, guys. And then you realize, like, you can't sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, it's not worth all that effort. You're wasting, you know what? Look at it this way. And this is the way it helped for me, and it sucks. But if you're not with your twin, and this one's this one and this one's that one, and you're healing and you're taking care of yourself, and there's so much love, but yet it's not coming together, but you've tried and they haven't because they're not putting in the effort. Look at it this way, like I do. Why are we wasting such beautiful energy? Don't waste beautiful energy on somebody who's only self-sabotaging themselves. It's a shame. Please don't do that. You're wasting beautiful, beautiful energy. It is such a freaking shame. I'm not kidding you. I do personal readings. You guys are all going back and forth. But don't waste your energy, guys. Do you understand me? Stop. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, it's incredibly hard to walk away, but you have to. You have to, because what are you getting out of it? Rochelle, are you guys together? Are you guys talking? I don't know where you went. I don't know where you went, Michelle. But don't look at it as wasting 24 years, Cameron. Okay? And don't look at it like that, because I had 20 years with my ex, and I don't look at it as a waste of time, because they're like, oh, 20 years. But you know what? Get your shit together. Be single. Figure out who you are. Self-love, self-comfort. And then tell yourself, well, shit, I can have another 40 years with somebody even better. You can have another 40 years with somebody who even puts a smile on your face when you wake up every day. So it's not a waste. We have to learn what it is we had to learn the way we had to learn it, unfortunately. But try not to look at it like that, because it's really not a waste of time. I guarantee you learned a lot. You guys took a lot of adventures. You guys have a lot of memories. You've had your ups and downs. Kids might even be involved. Like, don't look at it as a waste. It's just, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be where you're at today if you didn't have to go through that. So it put you where you needed to be, so you can get to where you need to be next, if that makes sense to you. When your sister comes to visit you, she loses the electric. You know what's funny? When I'm really connected with certain people and my energy goes up, the electronics go nuts. Like, when you guys are together, your energies just vibe. Like, you raise vibration, because the two of you are obviously powerful together. So that's a beautiful thing. Does it suck for your electronics? Yeah. But the two of you should probably go into business together, just saying. You think your twin is a comic. Well, it's either a comic or a twin. It's one or the other. It can't be both. Sorry, I just had to report something. Is there such a thing as a twin that's just based on sexual attraction? Well, yeah, you guys are pulled in. Well, no, your twins are twins, but you're pulled in through sexual attraction. It just depends on how. A lot of twins are pulled in with sexual attraction, but there's not just a twin for just sex, if that's what you're talking about. That twin is still just a twin. You guys are just, you probably had a Kundalini awakening with him, a Kundalini awakening with him or her, and that's why it feels that way to you. No, your twin doesn't come in after comic lessons. You're losing your whole life is freaking comic lessons. Your whole life is karma. Okay, here's the thing. When you meet your twin, your karma and his karma are now gone. Done. The karma that the two of you once had together is broken. Now, where it gets tricky and all this pain kicks in and all this other stuff is that, hey, you at this point now you're off to find your life path, okay? But in between, people don't realize that. They, like, they're in pain and sorrow, and why can't I have this, and this? But the reality of it, you're still dealing your lessons while they're dealing with their lessons, but they're karmic lessons. They could still be dealing with their karmic soulmate, okay? But you guys' karmic has already been broken the minute you guys come back into union. Your karmic, you notice how when you guys fight or you're not talking, it has nothing to do with you or him. It has nothing to do with you guys' issues. It's all outside other bullshit that has always prevented this. You're not going to have towers. Well, you can probably have towers for the rest of your life, Pamela. I like towers. Towers is change. Change is a really good thing. So you're not looking at things in the right way. Okay, like, can you have a tower moment? Yeah, but sometimes towers are really beneficial. Can it seem like it's not? Absolutely. But that's also a wake-up call because you've been awakened to certain scenarios and you're still sitting in the same stagnant energy. So that has nothing to do with them. I'm going to tell you right now, your tower moments don't have anything to do with your twin. And if you're letting your twin control your tower moments, then you're letting your twin control your thoughts. Can you be emotional and have like all these things going on? Absolutely. But that's not your tower. Like that tower is not caused by your twin, because in all reality, you have control over your own mind, your own mindset. Like, just because your twin's being an F up doesn't mean it's going to cause your tower to come in. No, your tower, it does cause your tower to come in because you're concentrating too much on him when you should be your top priority. Oh yeah. Towers, guys, towers is just a change. You don't have to know consciously and just think it's in your subconscious. Like a tower can come in when you don't expect it because you didn't see something coming. Like, yeah, guys, you guys are looking at a tower as being a bad thing. And I think you need to change that perception of what you have of a tower moment, because change is beautiful. Does it tear things down? Yeah, but it tears no longer serve you. And I know it sucks that something gets ripped from you, but they have to rip it because you didn't learn. You didn't take it away yourself. Like, you didn't learn yourself. You know what I mean? So in order for you to keep moving and growing, stuff has to be taken from you if you can't realize what should be taken from you or not. I hope that makes sense. Tower is not a bad thing, guys. It's really not. I don't like having the tower moment. Depending on what type of state of frame of mind you're in, or emotion wise, then yeah, you don't like a tower getting smacked on you, obviously. But like, I like the tower. Like, yay, but I like change. So it depends on what kind of energy you're working with on how it is you're going to relate to the tower. No, they're not a picnic, but no one said they were. Your life can sometimes come crashing down, but it's to benefit you. So 6 months from that tower moment, you can be having a brand new life and living in brand new energy and being in the moment too. Or you cannot have that tower come in, you keep repeating the same cycle and be stagnant for another 6 years. So it's all on how you want to look at it. Yes, Lily. Yeah, because you have to have an ending to have a new beginning. Else you'd repeat the same cycle. Yeah, people don't get that. You really can't disconnect, and it's like you got to learn to work with it. It's hard, but you have to find your own way. Yeah, go out, have fun, date, see different opportunities. Make sure you're not dating though to get over a twin, because then you're going to set yourself up for failure. If something just comes your way and you meet someone great, that's different. If you're just hooking up randomly and you're bored and you want to get over your twin, so you're on to the next, you're setting yourself up again. If life was only like a box of chocolates, right? Just melt in your mouth. Just melt those problems away. Guys, I got a canker, so I got to go put medicine on it. Hold on, it's starting to hurt. I just put a little too much on. You might catch me drooling. Ooh, it hurts. Stings. No, twins and soulmates are not the same. Well, yes, everyone's a soulmate, but a twin is something more than a soulmate. A twin is a twin mate. That just makes sense. Everybody is a soulmate. Everyone you come in contact with, your children is a soulmate, your mother is a soulmate, your lover is a soulmate, your dog is a soulmate, your grandmother is a soulmate, your best friend is a soulmate, the person you work with is your soulmate. Okay? But then you have different types of lessons, and those are the lessons that certain other people come in. Then you have a karmic that they come in to teach you lessons and they're gone. They weren't meant to stay in your life like that. That's a whole nother topic. What court used Listerine for canker sores? 2 days clear it right up. Listerine, like the mouthwash? Because that would be nice. Lysine. Oh, I don't know what that is, but okay, lysine. It's a canker sore. It's a vitamin. Someone told me salt water. Well, that's something I've always known, but at the drugstore, lysine. All right. I think I've heard of that. Yeah, it's just something you put on it, right? Someone just said Visine for eyes. Nah, I don't think she was going there. Put raw apple cider vinegar on it. Damn. I was using, that sounds like it would sting. I was using natural honey the last time around because this is like the second one I got in like a month. And they've been staying a few days, which is weird because I don't normally get them. But someone told me that raw honey, natural organic honey, was like an old school like home remedy, but that shit stung and it didn't work for me. All good. I swear, apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar for everything. A shot of apple cider vinegar before you eat, after you eat. Apple cider vinegar. All right, I'll try that the next time around then. Yeah, I heard honey has healing agent. Well, it didn't heal for me, Sharon. It didn't work. And it stung like a mother, let me tell you. But I still did it. It's medical grade honey? Oh, I don't know. All right, let's be done. Stop talking about a canker. Because I gotta call my chicklins. And I don't want to I don't want to get stuck in this. And I've been doing really good. I'm not an old lady. Did you see my video earlier where I lost my shit? Like right now, I'm nice and calm. Like I did good. Like I saged myself. I took a bath. I lit candles. Like I just did some stuff that I should have done a while ago, but I'm doing good. My composure is phenomenal right now. Kai Kai's good. He's still going through a little bit of funk with these moons. He'll be all right. He's also, you know what's hard too, guys, and I realized it, and I hate talking about it because it messes with my energy, but I've talked about in other videos how the energy in my neighborhood is just horrible right now with them redoing the buildings and cutting down the trees and the animals not really having much to go. Like they're taking the woods away. Like there's a lot of damage going on to the point where I know I have to leave. And he's struggling. He's really struggling with it. And it's more than just the moons. It's adapting to my new energy too and the environment. Like my whole environment in the last 6 weeks has changed drastically. And it's been about, since you've seen him in almost every video, it's been about 4 or 5 weeks. You know, earth. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like he's in tune. Like he listens to the birds he was listening to the birds every morning for 4 months. Like, you know, and now everything's just gone, you know? So it's a lot. It's a lot on him. I'm trying my hardest with him. They feel energy just like we do. And sometimes animals feel it more than we do. They're more receptive. They can feel more, hear more, vibrate more. Yeah, it just sucks, you know? I spend a lot of time with him though, but sometimes he wants to be left alone. Especially with this new moon we got tomorrow. It's just, he's all right though. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. He's definitely having his moments though. No, there's no tornadoes in my head right now, if that's what you're getting at. Do you think it is really candle bring good energy if you feel down? You'd have to ask somebody who works with, like, if you're talking like candle magic. I mean, I've lit candles my whole life, so I could turn off all the lights and light candles. To me, it's healing. I don't know why. I don't know what's behind it, but it's calming to me. So it really just depends on what you're using it for. I don't know if it brings in good energy or bad energy, but I will tell you that it can calm me down. And there is different color candles for different things, obviously. You know what I mean? But yeah, why not light a candle? It could make you feel better. Candles usually talk to me. Flames talk to me. I lost you guys. I lost you guys. Where are you guys? There you go. How do you know if it's a good time to contact your twin? It really just depends on the scenario, Laura. Like, if that person, if you've reached out plenty of times and that person is not contacting you back, then you don't need to reach out to that person. You wait for that person to reach out to you. If you put all the effort in, don't put no more effort in when it's not being returned. Fires. I love fires. Put me in front of a fire and I am a happy girl. Fire! Fire, fire, fire! I just hate the way my hair smells the next day. Aww. Ellie, that's awesome. You're very welcome. I do have a Himalayan salt lamp. I do, Jennifer. I do. Why did that get hidden from you? Oh, you added a link. I'm going to let it show, though, Jennifer. But you got to be careful what links and stuff you show, okay? But I have a couple Himalayan salt lamps. I don't really burn. It is great. Oh, that's okay. I don't really burn candles like I used to just because Akai are intense. You know what I mean? So, like, I'll sage and I won't sage my room that day, and I'll sage everything else. So I'll bring him out when I air it out, and then I'll go in mine and sage. Like, but in all reality, if you talk to your cards, you're clearing it, you're talking to spirit, like, you're good, you're protected. You know, I think some people go nutty with like OCD with like, oh my God, I got a sage. What do you think they did way before sage or any of this? You know what I mean? Like, it's nice to have all that, but like, you don't have to freak out if you're not saging all the time. I used to think after every single deck I used, I had to cleanse it. Like, that's not true. There's different ways of doing different stuff. I can cleanse it as in talk to it and say, I'm done with this and moving on to the next. Like, some people will literally, like in the beginning of this, like I cleansed after every single damn reading. And I'll do it after a long day, yes. But Not every deck after every reading like I used to. I always knock on the deck. I always knock on the deck. Yeah, it's hard, Yanya. Don't hate yourself for it. Just stop putting in effort where effort's not being returned, honey. That's all. Like, that's one of your lessons, and it's hard. But that also comes with self-worth, okay? And figuring out what makes you happy again, okay? Like, you have to change your negativity into positivity. Like, you can't. That was my biggest thing, too, when I used to reach out with my twin, and like, he wouldn't get back to me, and it would be like, and I'd get so mad at myself for doing it, or like whatever the scenario would be. But so I know where you're at. Just stop doing it, okay? I know it's hard, but you have to, especially if they're not reciprocating. How do I reach out? You mean literally? I don't. You must be talking to somebody else. My old apartment was haunted. I used to Sage. Sage was my friend. You know what people say about haunted places too, guys? The thing is, it's like I actually have so I have a friend, and I figured, yeah, I have a friend who does. He's known. He's on television. He's got a ghost hunting show, and me and him kind of butt heads on that because the way he approaches and tries to talk is nothing like what I do. It's two completely different things, and I still butt heads on certain things because they go in and they purposely, irk or do certain things to provoke. And it's like, to me, it's like, nah, you just got to go in there, protect yourself, and ask and start talking to them, and you might actually get the answers you're looking for instead of going in there and provoking. So all these weird things happen. So millions of people love your show. Like, me and him still don't see eye to eye when it comes to that shit. We just don't. You know what I mean? Like, you can go into any haunted place in all reality, even if it's an apartment, talk to that spirit, find out why that spirit is still there, or tell them they can leave or they can stay. But if they stay, it's all on how you want to pursue that scenario. But if I had a haunted house, like I wouldn't try to I would try to talk somebody to going to the other side, or whatever the case may be. But if that person wants to stick around, then let them stick around. If they're doing no harm, in all reality, they probably just want a friend, or, you know what I mean? Like certain things, or, I'd rather they crossed over, obviously, but not all of them cross over, especially when there's one lingering in a house. You know what I mean? So it's a different scenario. But they just want to be talked to too. You know what I mean? Could you imagine how they feel if they're trucked here, if they're stuck in like our world, and like, what the heck is this? Could you imagine how long they've been stuck when all they need is somebody to help them and talk to them, for them to leave, because they're clinging on to one thing. They're clinging on to one thing of energy. You know what I mean? Like, so don't get freaked out by that stuff. Just do what you can do to make it a little easier. You know what I mean? But me and him still battle about that all the time. He even came over last night for dinner. We had a couple beers. We were talking, and he was talking about how he's going. Where's he going next? Not Vegas. Oh, Nevada and somewhere else. But we just like, we can't even talk business anymore, because it's just, he's got his things. And the thing that pisses me off about him and his crew sometimes, not that he's a great person, but they take like little trinkets. Like, you don't take other little trinkets. Like, we just don't see eye to eye with certain stuff like that. But love him as a friend, you know what I mean? But what are you going to do? Everyone does their thing. It's hard. I can't stand that, there's certain people that provoke. When all you got to do in all reality is just try to have a conversation. It really is that simple, guys. It really is. How'd you get it to do that? That little highlight thing. That's cute. Hi, Lena. I'm bad at social gatherings. I love social gatherings. You get anxious. Yeah, you're letting something get the best of you. Just protect your energy. It's probably all it is. You know what I mean? You're actually confused if you have a twin or not. Then I can't help you with that. Like, having a twin is so obvious. That's why when people say it, it's so hard for me to. It's so hard for me to just like, you just know when you have a twin. You do. You don't question it. Well, hello. Thanks. Yeah, let me pull some cards for you guys. So much energy in my hand. I just wasn't even realizing. I just activated my crystal by doing that. I just woke my crystal up. It's just my quartz crystal. Like, when I got this thing was completely clear. I don't know if you can see like the moon, what the moon has done to it. Like, you can literally see vibrations in the crystal. You know, you probably can't. Nope, that's not gonna work either. There's something black behind it. You can see like vibrations. I can't explain it. You can't really see it. I wish I could get it. Well, anywho, it was, see them kind of? It was completely, they were clear. You see the lines like right here? They're literally like, looks like, yeah, like the heart rate. Can my hair get in the way? I can't really, you can see them. Consider certain things that vibrates. It definitely is where it's supposed to be. You can see it? Cool. They don't, because they're mine. You charge them and you tell them what you want in a nice way. I'm good. How are you? I only have certain crystals that do that. But I have certain crystals that create their own like little craters in one of the big crystals. Like, it's called a cloudy crystal. That one's cool. I can climb inside that crystal, if that makes sense. Not literally climb, but that's the one crystal like I can climb into. If you guys, some of you can understand that and some of you aren't, sorry. There's some crystals where they say you should picture yourself going into your crystal, like where would you be, or certain things, you know what I mean? Like, I can crawl into that one. See, Katie gets it. Not too many people can get that. Yes, black tourmaline is great for protection. All right, so let's see what we're looking at. Let's pull some cards. What was that? What just came flying out? The King of Swords. Oh, don't we all love the King of Swords? Well, what does the King of Swords have to say? What does the King of Swords have to say? All right, well, the King of Swords is coming in as the Knight of Cups with the Three of Pentacles reversed with Judgment. So this King of Swords wants to have a conversation, wants to come in, and this is somebody who's usually charming. This sounds familiar. I think this was one of my new moon reads. But I don't think this person feels successful when it comes to an apology or forgiveness or really determining what they want to do. But see, when I got the King of Swords and the Knight of Cups, the Knight is somebody who comes in, they're charming, they're charming, but next to the Knight of Swords makes me think like you're dealing with, and this is just right now, not normally, but I feel like you're dealing with somebody who might be a little manipulative and is going to try to come in and charm you, and that's their way of getting forgiveness, which is bullshit. Okay. But they feel like they're not going to be successful, but they almost, it's like they want to give it a shot, you know? So there's that. So you might want to make your own judgment call when it comes to that too, because this is what some of you guys are actually waiting on. Somebody who's like that. What else? All right, there's somebody who wants to win one over. All right, with the Two of Pence, still juggling though their decision. And with this sun here, I don't know why this damn sun keeps coming out like this. Like, I'm not really, like, I'm baffled. Tell me about the sun. And it's not, it's usually just clarifying, like, fire. See the Four, like, if you really want to know what it's saying, if you really want that type of clarity, you guys have to go within. And I know that must be frustrating for those who don't know how to go within, because sometimes it's hard for me to meditate. So when that comes out, it's like, ooh, what do you mean go within? Like, I keep going within. How many times do you want me to go within? Like, I meditate on the same damn thing. Like, I know it can be frustrating. But in all reality, I think it's just time for you to rest. Because rest, release before it gets torn away from you, ripped away from you, for real. What is this Knight of Swords one? King of Swords, actually. Tell me about the King of Swords. The Nine of Wands reversed, so it's kind of like they don't want to give up, but at the same time, they've been hiding for a long time. All right, with the Six of Pence. So it's like you were giving and they were giving, but while you were giving to them, they were giving to somebody else. It's that simple, okay? Like, nothing was ever justified in that scenario. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Ten of Cups reversed. All right, so at one point, this person made you happy. And they might be drinking a lot too, but this person coming at you is not even really happy. So there's that. Tell me about the Three of Pence. All right, yeah, the Nine of Swords with the Four of Cups. This person is sitting in anxiety and can't sleep, can't think, stressed out, bored as shit, thinking they probably missed an opportunity, which makes sense because it's sitting next to Judgment, okay? And there could have been a third party and they got backstabbed, but regardless, like, they're not happy, but yet here they come. They're coming at you. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, tell me about Judgment. And this is what we've been waiting on. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like the Tower. And it was reversed. So it's like this person's been fighting this change. This person's been fighting this moment, trying to avoid a Tower moment. So this is kind of a little different scenario because the other ones could care less if they're avoiding it or not, you know, because they don't know what a Tower moment is. But this is for somebody who knows what a Tower moment is. This is them avoiding it, not really seeing the bigger picture here, okay? Not really looking at it like a big deal. Like to us, it's a big deal. This person's like so like kind of like arrogant, so nonchalant about it. Like not really a big deal. Let's just go see what he or she has to say. You know what I mean? Tell me about Two of Pence. King of Cups reversed. So this person's still not coming in. When it's reversed, it's a little bit of a narcissist. So this person's still not coming in and apologizing. Or with the Seven of Wands, this person has their defense up, like their guards up, like they're juggling their guards up. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like we got Debbie on the board, and why bother? Makes no sense to me. Tell me about the Sun. Why already clarified it. It was before of Swords. All right, and then we got the Ten of Swords and the World with the Two of Wands. So this is the end of this. This is the end of feeling stabbed in the back, okay? Like, this is it. We're done with this. Like, we're no longer going to be stabbed in the back. Like, we're done, all right? Pick your path. This is really what you're waiting on. Some of you, this is what you're waiting on. They're saying, why? Wrap it up. They're literally saying, this person stabbed you in the back. This person you've been waiting on is not really coming. And when they do, they don't really have good intention. I don't see any love on the board. The one love card I see is reversed, and that represents a narcissist. Okay, so it's like, this is what I'm saying. You're waiting on somebody to come at you, but all this person has done is caused you the Ten of Swords. Like, they're saying, wrap it up. Well, it went that way. You know what I mean? Like, wrap it up. Like, look towards your future. This is the end of this. Like, go towards the sun. Meditate. I don't figure out how to get out of it. Like, I don't. That's the reality of it, because this person's still smug. It looks like this person, it might just be a check-in. You know what I mean? Like, this wasn't really a wake-up call for this person. Not if this is how they're coming at you. They're going to try to come in and charm. But they don't even think it's going to be successful, but they're going to do a check-in anyway. And they're still juggling. They're guarded. They're still not sharing their emotions. They're still not going to open up. They just look a little bored. They're probably drinking a little too much. And I'm telling you for damn sure, when you were given to them, they were definitely given to somebody else. Okay? Tell me about this Two of Wands. But to me, this is, that's why I said in the beginning, make your own judgment call with the Nine of Cups. But this Nine of Cups is looking right over like, bored. I might hold you up a little bit. Yeah, see, with the Five of Pence. Like, that's what I'm saying. This Nine of Cups is a little like, I see arrogance in this particular one. You know what I mean? So it's like some of you are still kind of like, you can't really move forward because you turn around and it's like your past is still there. But in all reality, like, just feel lonely for a little while if you have to. Or if you go back to it, you're going to feel lonely. All right. But why not feel, sometimes you're better off being the Five of Pence and being on your own and feeling lonely, because then you hit rock bottom sometimes and you realize what needs to be realized, and then you move on. Okay. Or this is karma coming in and taking it away from you because you still got your back turned towards all this and you're still considering all of this. So the universe might come in and take that from you, and then you're going to find yourself there. It really just depends. This is not for everybody. I'm going to pull another one real quick, and then I'm going to wrap it up. So I gotta do something in a little while. I gotta go meet up with a friend. You can go to my about page, go to my home page, and then scroll to the left with all the tabs, and then I'll have an about page, and you can find the links there. Any additional information for my viewers? Any additional information for my viewers? Queen of Cups reversed. All right, so when she's reversed, she's being the first card out. She's going in this direction, so she's not even going, or she's already looking into the past. Not being in the moment, unless this is you just not taking action to move forward. I guess it just depends on how these other cards come out with the Nine of Pence. So kind of totally contradicting itself. Okay, because this Nine of Pence, I hate looking at her like this either, but sometimes this can be smug. Tell me about this Nine of Pence. I want to find out first. No, you're just thinking about your future. I mean, you're just thinking about your past with the Six of Cups. So you're just kind of like, you're not taking any action with anything right this minute. I don't even think you're sleeping with anybody. I think you're on your own. You're chilling. I don't know if you're chilling, but you're trying to chill. But you're thinking about your past. I don't know if you want something to come back around. What else? So yeah, the Three of Wands, like you're waiting for, I think you're waiting on this person to come to you with the Three of Pence. You're waiting for things to come together and be successful, collaboration, this kind of things. But you're slowly letting go. Because you did turn your back to whatever this was. You turned your back to this, whatever it was a while ago. But for some reason, right now, it's coming back around. and you think that this person might be part of your future, which is a good chance this person might be part of your future, but you're looking at it as being successful, you're slowly letting go, all right? You definitely got your guard up. Somebody must have came back into the picture or texted you or reached out. Something must have just happened. You're not sure what to do. Your past must have just hit some of you up. And now you're like, deciding whether or not this person is going to be part of your future. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. Some of you walked away from the Queen of Wands. You walked away. That was a third party. So now you're single and thinking about your past. That changed real quick. Or you weren't happy. You just left somebody. Now you're single. But you're still thinking about a past. So it wasn't your recent past, but it's a past. And now you're thinking about your future and if this is going to work out or not. And I think you're a little intimidated when it comes to this person because either you cut this person out or they cut you out. And you're not sure if it can work or even come back around. But you got the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you definitely want it to come back around and work out with the High Priestess. But you're still not. Don't jump on this, guys, because you're still not seeing something. So somebody just got there we go with that Seven of Wands again. Somebody just got out of something karmic. And here they come rushing in with the Knight of Wands. All right. The defense is still up. You're still not seeing something. They're not using the intuition, but you're thinking about it now. Okay. So this is a continuation because now you're thinking about it, but their guard's still up. Okay. And they're coming in as the Knight of Wands, but the Knight of Wands usually just wants intimacy or sex, and the Fool is reversed. So I hope that's not you taking that foolish decision or making the decision to take that, okay? Or because this person just got out of something else, literally just walked away from something else, and now they want to walk to you. That's what I'm saying. You still got a narcissist on the board. Sorry, gents. I was hoping to get a different reading. That turned real quick. All I had to do was clarify one thinking card. I know, for real. What is she turning to Kai? Did I do Pisces? I didn't do anything like that. I was just doing a random read, guys. I was just pulling cards. That's cute, Ryan. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm all done reading, guys. I was just throwing a spread. I had my cards here. We were having a talk on karma, and I had my cards here. It was just 39.39, 139.39. I don't know what 39.39 means, but it like told me to look. So what did it tell me? I felt it. Spiritual meaning of 39.39. This is a strong message for you to let go of any situation that's part of your life that's no longer serving you with a positive purpose. Do not cling onto situations out of fear. This is almost an utmost important thing, so it doesn't get held back. You need a new positive viewpoint about yourself and your future. Your thoughts create your experiences, so ask your angels to help maintain your most positive outlook going forward. Well, okay, so there's that. Okay? I told you I was pulled to look over there. All right, this is a strong message for you need to let go of any situations in your life that are no longer serving you. Okay, so there's that. And that is a scenario, because I told you some of you were looking back. That is a scenario that you guys most definitely need to look out for. Okay, what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this person's coming in like all slick, like they want to chime your little panties off. But I'm telling you, be super careful. This is the bait. This is where you have to use your intuition. This is if something goes back into routine and be like, oh, this looks familiar. This sounds familiar. This feels familiar. Shut it down. Shut it down. All right, guys. I love you. I got to go meet up with a friend. I want you guys to have a fantastic night, okay? I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'll be back tomorrow, okay? Have a great night, guys. And don't forget to do, this is a new moon, guys, okay? So it's a new thing. It's a new transition. It's a positive thing. Stay positive. Positive thoughts. I know it's not easy, but positive thoughts. You got this. If you can't be positive about something, change what it is you're thinking about real quick and think about something else, please. All right. Try to work with this however you can. Whatever works for you. Okay. I love you guys. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. You're welcome.